In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to use Sideview in the cut file manager for handling very long cut files. Now I'll show you an example of this. I've taken this out of the manual. Here we've got a 25 foot by 3 foot banner that we want to cut out. So it's a very long piece of artwork. If we hover over with our mouse here, we can see that that's 7.6 meters or thereabouts in length, or 300 inches. And as we know, our plotter is very unlikely to be able to cut out something this long. It's going to run off the rollers, and it's just too long to deal with. There's all sorts of issues with that. So to cut this out, I'll just send it to the cut file manager. I'll select it. I'll come up here, send a cut file. It comes up in the cut file manager. I'll just resize this for recording. And we can see here we've got our preview. So we've got a picture of our plotter up here, and we can see this very long piece of vinyl we want to cut out. And as I've said, this will run off skew or run off the tracks. It's just too big, too hard to deal with a piece this long. Now if I turn auto rotate off, you can see here that it's obviously going to want to cut it into lots of sections. So if I tile it to media, you can see here that each individual section, there's just too many of them. There's 13 of them here, so it's just too complicated. You've got too many overlapping things going on. So that's just not useful. So we've got this side view function here. If I click on that, you can see it rotates the whole thing around. If I go to Arrange Cut File, it rotates the whole thing around on its side, and we have our tiles like this. But again, this is not what we want because we've still got the same problem here. If I look at this, it's exactly the same issue. It's just rotated around. So to deal with this issue, what we need to do is rotate this back to this view where we've still got it as one piece, as I'll show you in the color separation tab. So what we've done is we've rotated the whole thing around, and now we're cutting it along the length of the plotter like we were before. But again, it will run skew if. It'll run off the rollers. It's still no good to us like this. So to deal with that issue, we come to Arrange Cut File again, and what we can do now is we can actually just select pieces that we want to cut into individual tiles like this, and just easily just position them on the vinyl like so. Whoops, undo, select the whole lot there, and go like that. And if I zoom to all, you can now see what we've got. We've now got, or actually best ways to show you in the color separation tab here, we've now got much more manageable pieces. We've only got 3 cut files now, and far more manageable. It's not anywhere near as difficult to deal with this length of vinyl, of a cut file or artwork to cut out. And we can reposition this to wherever we want on the actual, on the tile itself. And of course we can manipulate, and we could maybe make this into 4 or 5 pieces, just depending on the length we want. We can see here that they're roughly 81 inches long. So they might still be too long, but you can obviously reposition these by just simply selecting on the piece you want, putting it like that, and now I've got 4 cut files, as you can see. So you have full control of how you can deal with these very long cut files like this by simply using the side view function and just repositioning the cut file onto separate pieces like this. And when you've done that, I'll just undo that, you can send that to the vinyl spooler, and as you can see, there's that piece there, 81 inches, that piece there's 93 inches, and that piece there's 101. So these may still be too long, as I say, but you can come back and reposition these to suit your particular circumstances and your particular artwork. So that's side view and how that works, and that's the end of this lesson.